and welcome back to my channel, Esha Starting at 50, which I will be, by the way, in 16 days. So today, class, we're going to make Basque style espresso cheesecake. You don't know what Basque cheesecake is? It's basically burnt cheesecake. Cheesecake, they make it, then they burn the tops of it to get that like that caramely burnt taste on top. It tastes really, really good. So today we're going to make that. So you can see it's a small little cheesecake at my job. So I don't know how to do this yet. I'm still trying to figure out how to edit everything, but either on this side of the screen or this side of the screen I'll have the recipe. Of course, me working in a restaurant, I have to make this much cheesecake, and this will last me for like maybe a couple of days. So in here, I have cream cheese and I have mascarpone cheese. It's really, really good, and the mascarpone cheese makes the cheesecake really, really like kind of like melts in your mouth, and it's making the cheesecake as dense as just using just regular just plain cream cheese. So I have to make this much, but again, on the screen I'll have either this side or this side a smaller recipe for you guys to use at home or in your own restaurant. So in here I have cream cheese and mascarpone cheese, and then we have heavy cream, and then we have vanilla extract, and then there's more, and then we have eggs. And then I have to make espresso at the bar, and have to make espresso at the bar. So if you don't have espresso machine, you can use really, really strong coffee at home, or you can use instant espresso powder. So I'm trying to figure out how to give instructions that you guys can follow. So bear with me. But yeah, it's just super, super easy to make. I have to make a lot of this, so I don't put it in my whole bar machine because it's not going to fit. So what I use is right back. I have to use an immersion blender. This is what I have to use, because again, it's a lot of cheesecake batter, and it's not all going to fit inside my machine, inside my whole bar. So I have to use this. So that's what I'm going to use. But again, at home, you can just use your regular handheld mixer, or you can use your KitchenAid. It's totally up to you and what you have. So let's get this started. At the restaurant, so no one's here. It's quiet in the morning time, and I like it. So again, if you don't have if you don't have an espresso machine at home, you can use, again, coffee or instant espresso. It's not an issue. So the beans are over here. I'm sorry you can't see it's really far, but when you hear that sound, and so then I tamp it down. So you can see tamp it down, and then I put it here, and then I grab a cup, and then that's the first one. Second one, same thing. It's so loud. And then I fill it up, and then I tamp it down, boop, put it back, and I do this, and then grab another cup. Bam, and then I press 2 shots. I have to do this at least, I want to say, for me, I have to do this at least five times. Generally, the bartenders, when they get here, they'll do all this stuff for me, but I want to get this done because I have to bake off cheesecakes, and I have to literally fight for my life when it comes to the oven. So that's why I'm doing this myself, but generally, the bartenders or the bar backs will do it for me. So I'm gonna be here for a minute. So I'm gonna just do this, make all this espresso, and then I'll go back to the kitchen. I'll show you how to make the cheesecakes, okay? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is get all my liquids in. And I'm sorry. What you should do is have your cream cheese and your mascarpone cheese sit out for, I guess, like an hour or two, because you want it soft. You don't want to have like rock hard cold cream cheese or what's that? Oh, or mascarpone cheese. You want it to be soft. So if you're in a hurry, you can put the cream cheese in the microwave, but for me personally, I think it's best to just let it sit out. And what I do is I let it sit out overnight. Before you come for me in the comments, it's, oh my God, that's not right, it's gonna go bad. No, it's not gonna go bad. I let it sit out overnight because when I get here at 6 in the morning, I have to get this done, because again, one oven, and I'm fighting for my life. I'm fighting for my life for the oven. So yeah. So first things first is liquid. You want to pour in all of your heavy cream first. Oh, sorry, you can see, sorry. And then next, oh shoot, I don't know, we got my coffee. Look at that. We got my coffee out. I'm just not picking it off today. All right, well then we'll do the eggs. We'll do the eggs next then. So I have to weigh out my coffee. So as you can see, it's a lot of eggs. So I have 3150 grams of eggs. So we're gonna pour that in. Okay, eggs. The vanilla extract, I don't really weigh it out, so I want to say about 20 grams of pure vanilla extract. If you have imitation, that's totally fine as well too. I know vanilla extract is very expensive. Then I have my espresso. As you can see, we just made that inside the bar, but I have to weigh it out, and I have to get a container. Oh, never mind. Right here. Yes, all this is staying in the video. I'm not going to edit any of my mistakes out because this is real life. So I need 930 grams of espresso. And again, don't have espresso machine at home, use instant coffee, use instant espresso, use really strong coffee, it's fine. So 930 grams of espresso. Espresso, it can be cold or it can be hot. It really doesn't make a difference for the batter at all. So 930. Oh God, do I have enough coffee? Do I have enough? Do I have enough? Do I have enough? Yeah. So that's 880. Yeah. Let's pour it all in there. Okay, coffee. So, and also we're going to add gluten-free flour as well. You want to use regular AP, you totally can, but this is a gluten-free, one of our very few items on the menu that are gluten-free. So we're going to use 133 grams of gluten-free flour, and I have to get the sugar, so I'm going to pause right here. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my sugar in my bucket, and I need 3,600 grams of sugar, but of course at home I'm not going to use that much sugar unless you're having a party or whatever. So yeah, so sugar in. It's like a workout, you know. And get all the sugar up. It's really good for the arms. It's really good for the arms. Ba, ba, ba. Oops. Too much. Okay. So we have our sugar. Now what I do is, because gluten-free flour tends to pump up a little bit, I'm going to take my gluten-free flour and put it in with my sugar, and I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to mix it in there a little bit, because it tends to clump up when you put it by itself. Just pour it in there, and then you'll have little bits of flour inside your batter, and you don't want that. So I just take it, I just mix it all in and all together. that's what we do. So we have all our liquid in here and our sugar right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix this together first with the immersion blender, and then add in our sugar. The reason being is that if you add in the sugar now with the eggs, what happens is it's going to coagulate, meaning that the sugar is going to quote unquote burn your eggs. And you're going to have little bits of egg yolks and sugar clumps in your batter, and it's not going to be smooth. So at home, mix in all your wet ingredients first in your KitchenAid or your handheld mixer, and then add in your sugar and flour mixture. Okay, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to film me mixing this without making a mess and without hurting myself, because I'll usually put it on crates, but you won't see it I put it on the crate and mix it. So give me a minute to figure out how I'm going to film this part. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna stand on the crate. I'm gonna stand on the crate so you guys can see. Hopefully you can hear me and you can't see me, but I'm gonna stand on the crate. Okay, so this is the best kitchen thing you can buy, and they sell ones at home too. If you want to make a smoothie at your house, these things are amazing, and I love them. I love them so much. So again, this is a lot of batter, so it's not going to fit inside. I got to plug it in. It's not going to fit inside my Hobart. So I have to use this instead. Okay, so I have this, I have that. So all you need to do is for this, and then you're gonna crate. You're gonna put it in like so. You're gonna turn it on. Okay, so it is done. That was very fast. And again, you're at home, or you're at your own bakery, or wherever you're making in the world, making this at. So you see how the batter is nice and it's smooth, and that is how it should be. No lumps, no any lumps at all inside your mixture. And again, if you leave the cream cheese and mascarpone cheese out a long time, it'll get done super fast. Whether you're using an immersion blender or whether you're using a KitchenAid or a handheld blender. So yeah. So again, mascarpone cheese, cream cheese, eggs, vanilla, heavy cream, and espresso or coffee. And I'll put the recipe this side or that side. I'll figure it out how to do it. My editing is getting better. It's getting a little bit better, but it's still, I got a long way to go before I become really great. Okay, so with this this batter will last, usually lasts for like seven days, sometimes 8 days. And this does not, all the sugar in it, it does not go bad really fast. So if you have it in your fridge for a week, you want to bake it off, it is totally fine. So I'm gonna get my trays ready. I'm gonna show you guys how I make it here. I'll give instructions on how to make it at home. Okay. So for me, when I bake these off, let's fix the camera, fix the phone. Okay, when I bake these off, I use flat sheet trays, and I use flexi molds. Now, if you don't have these at home, you can just use a regular regular cheesecake pan with the removable bottom, and you can bake it off however you bake it off at home. You can use a water bath and low heat. For me, because I'm at a restaurant, I use the flexi molds, and the economy oven does everything for me. I just put it in the oven, all the settings, all the steams, it does it for me automatically. But at home, you can use a regular cheesecake pan, water bath. I would do 275 if you have a regular oven, and probably like an hour, like an hour and a half. This batter here takes me an hour and 20 to make at 190 degrees Fahrenheit with steam. So yeah. Okay. So I have my four flat sheet trays. I have my flexi molds. I have my pitcher and I have my ladle, and I have my cheesecake batter. Okay. And for those out there who like me and who stutter, you can make videos. Again, I'm trying to stutter right now. Think of a word to say. It is scary to put yourself out there when you have a speech impediment, but me making these videos has really helped me slow down like a lot. Instead of trying to speed through my words to try to avoid stuttering, has helped me slow down considerably, not be afraid to say my words, and to just like take a breath, like, and to breathe, and just to try and get forward. Everybody's stutter is different. Some people have a severe stutter where they just can't help it. Others, like me, who stutter because they talk too fast and they're like nervous and afraid. But you can do it. So please don't be afraid to put yourself out there. I'll be 50 in 16 days, and I got a little YouTube channel, and you know, just give it a chance, and don't be afraid. You know, just give it a chance. Okay, all right. So I'm going to fill this up. I'm going to show you. I'm not going to show you guys all like four trays. I'm just going to give you guys an example of how I do it at my restaurants, and you can do it at home. Like, again, it's a regular cheesecake batter, and you can bake it off at home however you make cheesecake. Any questions, you can send me a comment and just let me know how you should do it at home, and I will totally answer back. Okay, so there it goes here. So I have to fill these guys all the way up to the top. If I don't fill all the way up to the top, they'll tend to shrink down, and it will not come out nice. If I fill it up too much, it'll come out looking like a mushroom. So as you can see, I'm filling it up all the way up to the top. The bubbles, don't worry about that, and that's not a big deal at all. And at home, you want to use a paddle attachment and not a whisk attachment, because you don't want to add air to your cheesecake batter. Because adding air to your cheesecake batter is just going to make it fall and add air to it, and you have like a crumbly, not like fall apart cheesecake, but it won't be as smooth nice. You know, it won't be as nice. So as you can see, that's how far I filled it up. So yeah. So I'm going to show you guys the same that I use at the restaurant. Okay, so I'm going to fill all these up, and then I will show you how to put it in the oven. Okay, alrighty. I'm making a mess. Okay, so I'm almost done filling up my trays for my cheesecakes. I have one more over there to fill up. So while I'm getting that last one filled up, I'm going to get my oven ready. Okay, so again, I have the Combi oven. I'm doing this at home. You can just do it in a water bath. I would do 275. It'll probably take an hour, like an hour and a half. Usually to bake up cheesecakes. Here it takes an hour and 20. So I'm gonna hit start, and then these are all the settings that we have for everything that we make at the restaurant. I'm going to scroll until I see cheesecake. So I'm going to do cheesecake 1. Cheesecake 2 burn. That's for when we do the Basque like burnt topping. So I'm going to cheesecake 1. Okay, and so see, we have 100% humidity. It takes an hour and 20 minutes. It's preheating. It's 194 degrees. So I'll bake this off today, and then I'll let it cool down for a little bit. Then I'll freeze them, and the next day I will I'll burn them. But I'm going to show you guys like all of that. So the oven is ready. As you can see, load. I'm going to finish in that last tray, and I'll show you guys how I stack it up in the oven. Okay. Okay, so ready to put in my cheesecakes. You can probably see from over there. I do 2 up top and 2 at the bottom. I can only put in 4 at a time because they do rise up, and I put in 5 at a time. Possibility is that when I pull it out of the oven, it's going to scrape off the top part. So I only bake off four at a time. Hold on. Ooh, bless me. So I only do four at a time. So let's put them in. Hello, and good morning. It is the next day. We are going to finish our cheesecakes. Today we are going to burn them. So yesterday, we made the base, and then we baked them off, and then I showed you guys how they looked after they came out the oven. Now we are going to quote unquote burn them to give them that top Basque layer. So you're gonna come with me to my freezer. Oh my God, it's so exciting! You guys get to see the freezer where I keep all of my pastries, and you also get to see the walk-in. So let me turn the camera around. So this is the walk-in. This is what it looks like. This is a kitchen walk-in. This is my section here with everything that I make. And yes, I will show you guys how to make all the stuff that I make for my pastries. Oh, this is the brand of mascarpone cheese that I use. So yeah, this is the brand that I use for the mascarpone cheese. But you can really, this is the best one. But you can really use any brand that you want. So here's my area where I keep all of the stuff that I need that I make and freeze. So these here are cheesecakes. So they flat now, see? And they're nice and they are frozen. Now we are going to pull all 4 trays out and we're going to quote unquote burn them. Yay! I love this dual record feature on the phone. Game changer. Okay, so again, class, I'm going to show you how I set up my my combi oven here. At home, you can also freeze them at home the next day. I would burn them, but I don't know how we do it at home to get that burnt thing at home. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. Well, if you can't burn them at home, you can probably brulee the tops. Like you have a little mini torch. You can pour some raw sugar on top of your cheesecake and use a torch to get that caramely burnt look and taste. Okay, so here we go again, class. So you're going to press star, and again, we don't have if you have a combi oven at your kitchen at your job, you can do this feature. If not, at your home, I just say use like the torch and just brulee it. So we're going to scroll down, and we're going to first. Yesterday we used cheesecake 1 to bake it off. Today we're going to press cheesecake 2 to burn. As you can see, it's 100% humidity, 500 degrees, and it is preheating. So I'm going to grab cheesecakes and throw them in the oven. It takes 6 minutes to burn the cheesecakes, and I only do 3 trays at a time because they will rise. I do more than 3 trays to take a chance of the cheesecake sticking to the rack. So again, I only do 3 trays at a time. Okay? Yeah. Cool. I gotta figure out a good send off when I go to the next segment of the video. So I was saying, cool, okay, all right. I gotta figure out another segue, another line to say, but I'm kind of nervous still making these videos. So I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Okay, they are done. The first 3 are done. So get my towels ready. And I'm going to carefully pull them out. They are very hot. So this is how they look when they come out the oven. Woo! Hot. I'm going to throw in the last one now. So I'll show you guys. So this is how they look. You see how burnt they are? They smell so amazing and it's so good. So that's how they look. So I let them cool down for a little bit, like 10 minutes. Then I throw them back in the freezer, and the next day I will unmold them and put them away. So it's definitely, for me, and probably guys at home too, it's definitely a 2-day process between making the batter the same day and then baking them off the same day, letting them freeze, and then burning them, and then putting them back in the freezer to so I can unmold them. I can't unmold them like in the fridge because it just be like mush. They take 24 hours to like settle. And that's with any cheesecake. You bake it off, and then the next day let it cool down in the fridge. So yeah, those, put them away, and then I will show you guys like the final product of how they look. So I'm happy you guys enjoyed the video of me making Basque Espresso Cheesecakes. Now I'm going to show you how I play it up. Again, you can just do it however you want to. So we have our chocolate twirls, which is just like a fancy French word for a cookie, basically. And we have our cheesecakes, which, by the way, is is the biggest seller of desserts on the menu. Oh, I should have got a spatula. I was thinking. Okay, so this is how it looks once it is done and ready. Again, you can do it however you want. So we have our espresso cheesecake here, and then I just add just a little bit of chocolate sauce. That is still very hard. Still, oh, there we go. Chocolate sauce. And just brush it on the side. Nice little brush of chocolate. I do that. And I take my chocolate soil. Again, it's just chocolate and sugar mixed together. Don't worry about it. I will make a video about that. So chocolate soil on the side. And then on top we have our espresso cream. It's basically just espresso ganache. Get that. Show you. That on top, a nice little dot for that. And then we take our our chocolate twirl, and we put it on the side, like so. You can see, like so. And then we have our candy pecans. That just goes right on top of there, like that. And last but not least, we have a drizzle of caramel that is still very hard from yesterday. I should have took out the fridge sooner. There we go. And then a drizzle of caramel on top. And that's it. That's my oven going off. But this is how it looks. As you can see, isn't it beautiful? Isn't it nice? So that is that is how we plate up our espresso cheesecake. Coming to the oven so I can turn this thing off. The life of a pastry chef. It's always something. Okay. So my other cheesecakes that are in there to burn. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you can get a better view of the plate up. Okay, so this is how it looks when we plate it up. It's really simple. I don't do the plating. The girls do. So I'll turn around better. So this is how it looks. So the chocolate sauce and the soil and everything else. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I'll be 50 in 15 days, and I really enjoy baking. I really enjoy making videos and showing you guys at home or in your own restaurants how to just how to make stuff and be uncreative. So again, I'll put the recipe either on this side, on this side. I'm not quite sure how to do that yet in my my learning how to edit skills, pretty much. But again, it's really easy to make at home, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm still trying to figure out a send off system saying bye, but I'll figure it out. Oh, I'll show you guys the inside of how it looks. So we cut into the cheesecake. This is, see, it's like butter. Look at that. Look at that. It is so smooth and so creamy inside, and definitely less dense than using regular cream cheese. If you were just using cream cheese, the muscarine cheese really helps a lot. And I'll put the brand of muscarine cheese down in the description when I put out the recipe. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Again, I'll get a better send off. I'll figure it out. But I definitely know I need more coffee because I've been up since 4 a.m. and I'm tired. All right, thanks guys for watching. I appreciate it. Okay, bye.